This was found close to the Dusky Bridge, wasn't it? That's what the artist guy said, yeah. Right after the defendant flew over the burning bridge. According to his testimony, she dropped it when she landed on the other side, but this crystal didn't belong to Iris. The crystal had dropped out of Miss Elise Dunham's staff. And there are traces of blood on it too. The real question is, what was it doing near the foot of the Dusky Bridge? That thing must have been worn by the victim. There's no other way of looking at it. You mean because of the matching leather cord found around the victim's neck? Yeah, I bet it was one of those things she always wore. I've got this safe driving charm I've been wearing for over a year now, and yeah, that's probably after I had his massive accident trying to get to court fast with that evidence when it was the, what was the trial? The one with the chief of police, the murder in the evidence room. I bet he's had that ever since then. That's perfect. I love that kind of detail. If I ever get into an accident, it guarantees it'll be the other guy's fault. You know, you can get a dash cam for that. Isn't it supposed to stop you from having an accident in the first place? I mean, that's probably the no-brand version of that charm, right? The situation hasn't changed. We still don't know anything about Maya's whereabouts. She's got to be in the Sacred Cavern, though. That's the only place left. I heard it's real cold in there. We've got to get her out faster. It could be bad, pal. Isn't there anything you can do, Detective? What are you talking about? Huh? We're already on it. You couldn't get a faster response from a computer. Hey, Luigi! A pox on work which caused me to miss the start. Damn you, work! The day. Yeah, good day. Good day. Howdy do. Mr. Godot put everything in place right away. That guy doesn't mess around. Godot? Yeah, the coffee-drinking mystery man who still didn't show in court. I gotta say, he's totally made me rethink my perception of him, pal. Yeah, me too. We know more about him now. He cross-examined me once, you know. Yeah, that was us. The big guns locking horns. Witness versus lawyer. The battle of cunning tricks and tricks. But the witness isn't supposed to play any tricks. Can't believe she's gone. Apparently the girl was trapped over here since the night of the murder. Did she say anything to you about Maya? She wouldn't tell me. She's not going to tell me something if she wouldn't even speak to you, pal. She was real upset. She wouldn't stop crying. Ow! Phoenix Wright, look sharp and go comfort that poor young girl. I will, trust me, I will. I'm going to get to her eventually. That guy's got more mysteries than a choose-your-own escapade book, pal. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I already know. I can't believe he skipped the trial like that without even getting permission. He'd have been fired for sure if he worked for a normal company. Never would have expected the prosecutor office to be so lax. Don't get the wrong impression, Phoenix Wright. More importantly, doesn't it strike you as odd the police are unaware of the man's medical situation? Yeah, like the whole undead shit. Yeah, being extradited from hell is a tedious affair. The meticulous regeneration and adjustment of all your internal organs is, well, let's just say modern medicine allows us to live to a ripe old age. Even someone like me. Yeah, why is he hiding that from everyone? Well, I mean, he's not. He just literally told us, so he's not hiding it. It's just it never comes up. Additionally, it raises another question. Why did he choose to tell only you? Wait, he's undead? Yeah, we now kind of get the idea that he's the, he was Diego, the coffee drinker from the previous case, that was Mia's, like, overseer, if you like, in that case with the Valerie Hawthorne, Dahlia Hawthorne thing. And, of course, he was the guy that Dahlia Hawthorne poisons in the library before she then goes and hands the vial of poison to Phoenix Wright to kind of get it out of the way. So he's the same guy. Undead is a stretch. I mean, yeah, a little bit, but that's kind of where we're at right now. He literally just out and said, you know, I died once and you know who killed me, because Phoenix was involved in that case. It's like he knows the circumstances of my death. So, yeah. And he also really holds a grudge against Phoenix because Mia died at the beginning of the first game. And he thought that he should have been there to protect her and should have looked after her, should have helped her. But she was taking on a very powerful client who instead decided to kill her. So, yeah. That's kind of now what we understand about him. But why did he choose to tell only us? Yeah, why did he? You want to hear something, pal? Come on, I know you do. Maggie says she's going to buy me a new coat. Oh! Really? That's great. Yeah, I think it is to say thanks for helping her out during the last case. That was so adorable at the end of the last case. When she ate the super duper jumbo size weenie box that he made for her, and she was like, it's really good, I really like them. And we're like, oh. Which means I can finally chuck out this stinky sweat-soaked rag. Thank God. You mean you don't have any special attachment to that coat? And after all the effort I took to mail it back to you from Germany? Ah, well, I'll be sure to take good care of it once it's retired, sir. She's a sweet old lady. It doesn't look like the line type to me, but there was a problem with her testimony, wasn't there? Yeah, but I don't think it was her fault. She was just trying to say the right thing and it came out wrong, that's all. I know what that's like. Happens to me all the time. For a detective, you are completely lacking in powers of observation. She sure was a mysterious person. Her real name, her past, it's all a complete mystery. Or more like a complete misty. Yeah? Hell yeah. I also had the volume down on my drum snare, so you guys didn't hear that, sorry. Oh well. Still, it strikes me as odd. Why would someone who wishes to remain anonymous become an author? Well, she became an author because someone else submitted her story. Her picture book story. You know what probably happened? I bet she didn't know her books were going to be such a big success. That's what I think. Yeah, that's it, yeah. That does actually deserve a fail for having my sound deck all out of shape. I don't know, I'm not so sure anymore. The clues we found today have turned this case topsy-turvy. I can't see how Iris could have done it now. Oh, how interesting, Scruffy. Sadly, I don't share the same sentiment. Prepare yourself well for tomorrow, Phoenix Wright. Why does every prosecutor want to burn me at the stake so badly? He was Miss Elise Dunham's apprentice, or so I heard. Well, I suppose you could call him that. The guy drew a portrait of me, you know. Well, lucky you, I suppose. Yeah, but I had to pay him 50 cents. That's it. Yeah, we already got through that. You really aren't enthused about this guy either, huh? Well, he made a mockery of the court today, and I'm almost sure he did it on purpose too. Of course he did. He's Larry Butts. Oh, Gumshoe, you're still gonna get a whipping for that, boy. What a beauty, huh? Oh, shit. What was that long pause for, Scruffy? That's a real nice brooch she's got, too. Oh, shit. Gumshoe needs to learn how to give compliments faster than Franziska gives lashes. Edgy. I haven't seen Mr. Edgeworth in about a year. Talk about a long time. Do you know why he moved overseas? I don't know, probably to look cool. Huh? There's a lot of weight attached to doing research overseas, you know. Once I've done my stint in Paris, you'll have to call me Monsieur Gumchasseur. Yeah. No. People really don't get Edgeworth, do they? It's his own fault for not explaining anything about himself. Okay, well that was everything there, so back out we go. The Butts isn't back yet, okay. So I wonder what was burned in the incinerator. Seems you have a visitor. Mr. Wright, Iris, I'm really glad to see you. Godot managed to mobilize the police by claiming a state of emergency. What? Not him again. Never mind him, we've got to go and hurry and unlock the sacred cavern. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, it's my fault someone so important to you is locked in there. Mr. Edgeworth, can we finish our conversation later? Alright. What conversation? Let's hurry to the inner temple then. I'll see you later, Wright. Right. I mean, yeah. Hold it! Get back here, Edgeworth. I'm coming with you guys. Sorry, Wright. I can't allow you to come with us. Nani? I hate to be the one to break it to you, but Maya Fey is in a rather delicate position. What do you mean by delicate position? She's a murder suspect now. Who's the only other person over here. This isn't simply a rescue operation, right? It's also an investigation. That being the case, we can't allow members of the public to interfere. Oh, come on, Edgeworth. You technically started this case as the defense attorney. You can't flip over now and be the prosecutor. I'm pretty sure that would be against the rules. If anything happens, you'll be the first to know. Please understand, Wright. But it's Maya, Mr. Wright. All that matters is Mystic Maya is rescued, correct? Listen to the voice of reason for a change, Phoenix Wright. From now on, consider anything beyond Dusky Bridge to be off limits. We'll be going now, excuse us. Wow, Edgeworth! You literally... Ow! God damn it! This is no time to be standing around, Phoenix Wright. Aren't there other things that demand your attention? She's right. Thanks for reminding me. What is she talking about? Okay. Let's not touch that button again. Right, move. Let's see if we can go and speak to what's-her-face now. Sister Bikini looks like she's shrunk some since I last saw her. Didn't you leave? Don't be so rude, Phoenix Wright. What's wrong, Sister Bikini? My, hello you two. How are you doing? Man. From the sound of that sigh, I guess she's still pretty down. Iris was just here, you know. She was accompanied by that handsome crimson-clad prince. Oh, don't call him that. Is she talking about Edgeworth? Well, yes. It was just a courtesy call. I wasn't allowed to talk with her at all. Oh dear, it's all my fault that this has happened. Poor Iris, she was worried about my back. Would you believe? What have I done to her? Only what you had to do, sister. You bravely and truthfully testified about what you saw. There's no shame in that. And we'll see to it that your testimony wasn't made in vain. Well, I don't hear anyone else saying that. Mr. Blue Suits doesn't seem to share your opinion, I see. Huh? Ow! Man, we're coming up to 100 here. Blair. Oh, yes. You did great, Sister Bikini. Yay. Ow! Oh, there it is. That's the 100. Oh, absolutely spectacular. You two are the only ones who've said that to me. I can't shake the feeling that I just became a shell to a shrew. Do you have a problem, Phoenix Wright? Sure, she was brave to testify so truthfully like that, but you know she's still hiding something. I guess it's time to break the psyche locks. Alright, so... what else can we talk about? Only that. So we need to wrangle the truth out of her about Elise Dunham. First of all, hanging scroll. Would you mind taking a look at this, Sister Bikini? Ah! Our scroll! Her precious scroll! What on earth have you done to it? No, it wasn't. There, Miss Von Karma. Time to take out that whip of yours and teach him a lesson. With pleasure, sister. Ow! 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 Oh my god. Bad boy, you need to be taught a lesson, Phoenix Wright. Ah! Someone! Anyone! Help! Good grief, all I wanted to do was ask about how these gravy stains got on there. I know, whipping up a mood indeed. The mood is fear. apparently. We've already talked to her about some of all of this. What about this, though? Sister Bikini, would you mind taking a look at this? Ah! What are you doing with that? Give it back at once! I can't, it's evidence. This really must be a very important item. That didn't tell us anything, though. Holy shit. Wait, didn't Pearl take the gravy and mashed potatoes with her once dinner was done? She did, yes, and I think she may have actually tripped and sploshed it all over the place, because that seems like such a poor little Pearl thing to do. She does break things. She broke the Amy Faye vase, if you remember, so yeah, whipping up something alright. So yeah, that's my theory, but I want to see if there's anything else that comes of it. Alright, so let's break these 5 locks. Jesus, 5 of them.
Take that!
Jeez. Mr. Bikini, the truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. I'm convinced that Miss Elise Dunham had a special significance to this temple. As to why she had a special significance, I believe it has to do with her true identity. What on earth are you talking about? Mystic Elise was an author, just an author of picture books. To be honest, I had my suspicions almost immediately after I met her. No, you didn't, Phoenix. Suspicions? Yes, but I didn't have any evidence to support my theory, but now I do. This piece of evidence proves Miss Dunham's true identity. It's gotta be this, right? Gotta be this. What do you think, guys?
Take that!
It's the crest of the Fae. She is a Fae. And there's only one Fae that's unaccounted for, and that's Misty. Miss Dunham had this charm with her at all times. Ah! Where did you... This isn't some cheap good luck charm either. Then, what do you think it is, Mr. Wright? What could a talisman like that possibly mean? It's a talisman, is it? Interesting. Oops. This thing speaks volumes about who Miss Dunham really was. This talisman and one other item unequivocally prove Miss Dunham's true identity. The scroll with the same crest on it.
Take that!
The painting is obscured by a gravy stain at the moment. But look at the top. This scroll shows the master of the Kurain channeling technique. The crest at the top is the sign of that honourable title. The very same crest that adorns the talisman the victim carried with her. Ah! This crest is reserved for the master of the Kurain. Who on earth told you that nonsense? I've got no idea what you're talking about. The new master, Maya Fey, told me. Huh? What? You mean that acolyte is Misty Fey's daughter? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. In fact, since her eldest daughter passed away, Maya is Misty Fey's sole successor. Misty? Oh, wow. Okay. Damn. What up? We done that. Holy cow. That was some very brittle resolve we saw there. Why did it need 5 locks? I was scared to death. I was like, okay, we're in this for the long haul. This is going to take us right to the next break. Absolutely wrecked, yeah. Mystic Elise graced us with her presence about a week ago. When she showed me the talisman with the mark on it, well, I nearly fainted. No one had seen her since she disappeared 17 years ago, after all. What is the significance of this talisman, sister? The Kurain talisman. It's the symbol of the master of the Kurain. The bearer must carry it with them until their death. Until their death? So Elise Dunham was really Maya's mother, huh? She was Misty Fey, the master of the Korean channeling technique. The truth comes out at last. It looks like we're making some headway here. Tell me, sister, after 17 years, why did she choose to show herself now? Because something happened that called her out of hiding. What happened? Well, becoming an author. And Larry probably latching on to her. Well... Uh-oh. No! Earthquake! It can't be. Earthquake! Ah! Oh my goodness, the inner temple! This kind of tremor might... The inner temple? Sacred cavern in the training hall. It might very well cave in. What? Maya! And Phoenix falls in the river again, trying to cross the bridge in an earthquake. Or not. It seems to have passed. Well, we can't just stand there and do nothing. Let's go. What? Where? To the inner temple, of course. Where else? Sister Bikini, we'll finish this later, alright? Of course, you run along now. People may have been hurt. I must get some first aid kits ready. My evidence is ground shaking. That it is. Come on then, Phoenix Wright. They won't bar you from entering as long as I'm with you. Wow, thank you. She's being really nice to us all of a sudden. Right at that moment, I had the worst feeling in my gut. We just had an earthquake. Oh yeah, and Edgeworth. Oh my god. He does not like earthquakes because of the whole thing with his dad. I wonder if he's alright. You look worried. Are you thinking about Miles Edgeworth? Both of them, I hope. Come on, let's go. Oh boy. We've got to hurry to the inner temple and... Right! Ah, what are you doing here? Ugh. How could I have... Oh! Damn. How do you expect us to understand you if you don't speak up? Ow! Hey, why am I getting whipped? She's gone. No. The defendant, Iris, she's gone. Oh, for God's sake. Gone where? She fled, she escaped. What? Oh boy. Let me guess. I'm calling this early. He let her escape. I bet he did. I bet whatever they were talking about earlier on was her coming clean about something, but she needs to go and deal with whatever's really happening. And he let her go. Just a thought. So it was just now during the... It's easy to see Edgeworth's one and only weakness, his fear of earthquakes. I mean, I guess that as well. I should have known better than to escort the defendant alone. As soon as the ground started shaking, everything went dark before my eyes and I stupidly passed out. That incident haunts you to this day, doesn't it? That's no excuse for letting the suspect get away. I can't believe I let it happen. Right, the inner temple area is a dead end, so she could have only escaped to this side. We haven't seen her. Then we need to get a manhunt underway and search Eagle Mountain from top to bottom. Wait, Edgeworth. Have you thoroughly checked the inner temple yet? Don't be ridiculous, why would I? The inner temple is like an island. There's no way to escape but to cross... No, that's not it. Iris isn't the type of person to run away, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? Sister Bikini mentioned something when we were with her. She said that the sacred cavern might cave in because of the quake. And you think Iris might have gone to the inner temple to check on the situation? Listen, Edgeworth, I'm sure she's at the inner temple. A manhunt is not necessary. Right. Let's not waste any more time. We need to get to the training hall's sacred cavern now. Alright, let's go. And, you know, make sure it hasn't caved in and crushed Maya into jelly. That's another thing we seem to be forgetting. Fortunately, the sacred cavern hadn't caved in, but what we found was something none of us could have ever expected. What the fuck is going on here? Posture check. Thank you very much. I should make sure I'm sat straight. And I'll also take some water. How can there be even more locks? What is the meaning of this? Iris? Iris, please tell me. What the hell is going on? Oh boy. Ho 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 and a whole bottle of rum. I think that's yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Close though. Alright. Right, is this what Godot was talking about? Yeah, the trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm afraid I can't. It's not possible for me. What? During the earthquake, when the cavern was in danger of caving in, Iris escaped, and I know there was only one lock when I last came here. You gotta work with what you're given, that's true, yeah. You gotta play those cards you're dealt. So you're saying that you can't undo the new locks? Yes. If only I was stronger. Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. Like you're one to talk with your face all green. Miles Edgeworth, go and get some air. I'll watch over the suspect. You go and get a grip on yourself. Don't be ridiculous. Oh. Edgeworth, get out. There's no telling what sort of mistakes you could make in your current state. Go and get some rest. That's your only concern now, Miles Edgeworth. Get told. Understood. I'll handle the investigation in the garden. You take care of things here. Edgeworth. He's got so much pride that he's probably off crying in a corner of the garden. Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. At any rate, it seems that this is where we part ways, Phoenix Wright. Oh, really? You don't? Oh well. Go on then. I'm going to stay here and see if I can help solve these bothersome locks. I see. Well, thanks for your help. And the whippings and, you know, moral support in general. Now, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris? No, not at all. Man, look at this shit. This door. When I was here earlier, there was only one lock, but now there are 5 of them. Those chains, it's almost as if they're guarding something inside the cavern. I've never seen locks quite like these before. I've only seen locks and chains just like these before. They look like the ones guarding a person's psyche lock. Yeah, we've already done this. Alright, do we want to present some stuff to her before we talk? Take a look at this for me. Ow! Locks are far more important at this moment, wouldn't you agree? She's right. I'm going to have to hold off on asking her about things for now. Oh, okay. Never mind them. Why did you make a run for it, Iris? I'm sorry. I heard the inner temple had been severely shaken by the strong earthquake we'd had. I was so worried I just had to come and see. In other words, you didn't run away to escape the law. At least we're clear on that. I can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw the sacred cavern was alright, but what? Then I saw these chains here. I saw all these extra locks that someone had put on the sacred cavern door, and... who in the world would do something like this? These trick locks are a sacred treasure of the Korean tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why only the person who set the lock can open it. And you aren't the one who set these locks. I don't think it's that simple, Franziska von Karma. When we were here at the first time, there was only one lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them. What does that mean? It means that someone wanted to secure the place even more. And they wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure Maya can't get out. That means that Iris can only open one of the locks, the first one. Yes, that's correct. What? Iris, try to think, please. Isn't there any way around this? You see, here's the thing. She's been doggedly sticking to her whole idea that she never came over here. Ciandel206, thank you for that new follow, by the way. Welcome to the channel, and thank you for the host. Awesome. That is much appreciated. Welcome to the channel. I'm glad you're enjoying the show. So now she's saying that she did set this lock. That's weird. So she did lie about not coming here. Well, like I said, there are hundreds of different ways to set these locks. I suppose if I went through every combination with each one, I could remove them, but it will take time, won't it? This looks very sketchy. It's a good game. I like these games. They've been really fun to play. Yes, about a day if I had to guess. A whole day? Well, that's better than leaving the locks in place. Will you do this for us? Sure, I'll do whatever I can. We've got to wait another day? Hang in there, Maya. You're gonna have to call on your inner strength now. Talking about Iris? Yeah, there's something just very odd about this. I mean, I don't think she is Dahlia Hawthorne. That was my first instinct, but the backstory she's given is that she's been at this temple since she was a kid. It's like, well, okay. If that was the case, that could be easily disproven. You know, the sister could say that that wasn't the case and she came here a few years ago. So yeah, I don't know. We're still working on it. I'm running on the theory that she's a twin. Or maybe she has some kind of split personality thing. You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't quite get. And what might that be, Phoenix Wright? I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Please, Iris, don't give me that look. You told us you were in your room at Hazakura Temple at the time of the incident. All will be revealed, yes. But you were seen that same evening at the inner temple, and then you were spotted at the scene of the crime in Hazakura Temple too. Being spotted at both Hazakura Temple and the inner temple? It's as if you were... well, Iris. I think it's about time you told us the truth. I think we're getting to that point. Okay, that's only 3 locks. There's something going on here that we don't know about. I don't think we're going to be able to break this just yet. Jokes, puns and theories, it's I'm Iron Wolf. That's kind of the motto of the channel, yes. Bad jokes, actually. Yes. Alright. Well, let's come back to her later. Let's go to the garden and see if anything's going on here. Check in on Edgeworth. Somehow you don't have an avatar? That's for subscribers only. The avatars only show up for subscribers. And also recent chatters as well, so... the cops are still combing the place, but they're still pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's got to be a tough job. Edgy! Especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. Mutter, mutter. How could I have done that? Wow, I can't believe it's still bothering him. Edgeworth? Ah! There he goes. Hey, don't you dare run away. Get back here. What do you want, Wright? What do I want? If you came here to laugh at me, then get on with it. Go on, laugh away. I was ready to hug it out with him, but he's just the same prideful Edgeworth. You went back to the Criminal Affairs Department, right? You said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris? Oh, that's right, that might be whatever the conversation was. So, yes, and thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. Well, he did prosecute that case, didn't he? You guys are putting a lot of effort into the investigation in the garden here, huh? There's a high chance this is actually the scene of the crime, that's why. You mean because of the writing in blood and the talisman in the snow? Exactly. As you know, these things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely you don't suspect Maya, do you? I mean, if she was locked in the cavern the whole time, she couldn't have. You have a theory, but you're not going to say it. That's cool if you want to hold on to it for a while. See how things go. We have to treat everybody as a suspect. Maya as well as Iris, it's our job, right? So I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes. No, though thankfully my nightmares have stopped. But still, if the ground gives even the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. 17 years ago, when we were little school kids at the elementary school. You're only going to say it if you want me to? I appreciate that. I mean, if you want to say it, I'm more than happy to see it. I mean, provided it's not a theory that you already know is the fact. That's the only rule I kind of have, is because sometimes we've had in the past with games like this, people come into the channel who are like, dude, I think I know what's going on, but I know they've already played the games because they've told me, and it's like, you don't think you know what's going on, you know what's going on. You know, so please don't tell me. So yeah, but I do appreciate it if you want me to give the go-ahead. I mean, if you haven't played this, then you've seen it, so that's why. Okay, well, please don't tell me then, yeah. Those kind of theories aren't theories. That's a spoiler in disguise. Yeah, no spoiler theories, please. So, yeah. So Edgeworth found himself in the middle of a murder. That was his dad. So yeah, I do appreciate you checking though instead of just blurting it out. Thank you for that. That's much appreciated. It all started with a big earthquake that hit the courthouse. This was a good case. I enjoyed this case. Yes, I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was a defense attorney. We were deprived of oxygen and we passed out, and that's when it happened. That single gunshot shattered my whole life. That was Manfred von Karma. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. It's been more than 17 years now, and that case was finally resolved 2 years ago, right? You think I don't know that? I was there, but it was such a shock I never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, Wright. There's nothing else I can say. Not after you choose to become a lawyer for my sake, and not after you saved me. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think, so no more of the self-pity, okay? There was something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. I felt like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. I felt like I'd seen her in court before. So you went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look for a file? Yes, I checked over every case file I've worked on, and I was right. I had seen her face before 6 years ago. 6 years ago. Come on, Phoenix. Wake up! I mean, Phoenix literally came here at the beginning of this case because of that magazine article where he was like, I know her. And then he remembered it can't be her because she should be in jail. So why is he now playing dumb? It was my first appearance in court, and as cases go, it was my worst nightmare. So, who is she? I'm sorry, Wright. I can't give that information away to a member of the general public. What? Why not? It might be the crucial piece of the puzzle that solves the case. It literally said the theory out loud. Oh, okay, so you're just basing that on stuff from the previous game. Well, I mean, okay, yeah, fine, cool. I already had said in the past that she might be Dahlia Hawthorne, but I don't think she is. So I thought you said you were going to give us a theory based on knowing how this case ends. That's all. So, okay, fair enough, misunderstanding. The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with Iris and Hazakura Temple, and neither did the case. No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to the case. I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew. So Phoenix was just playing dumb to drag the information out of him. So, how do we do that? Do I ask her about this? Apparently Iris was taken in by the sisters here at the temple when she was a child. However, we still don't know much about her past, so we're looking into it. That reminds me. Edgeworth went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look upon her. We should ask him what he found. Okay. The cravat, yep. Looks like we can't fill him in. Alright, I guess we're going back and away. Oh, really? Manfred von Karma gave him that? I think that did actually come up, yeah. Because he did wear one of those, right? The cravat seems to be their whole overly embellished style. I'm not surprised then in that case. Finally getting to the bottom of this case, I can count on Iris to break those locks, so I should try to gather more clues. From Sister Bikini, Edgeworth, Gumshoe, and Pearls. It's weird there's no one around all of a sudden. It sure gets quiet here in the mountains when you're on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess I should go check out the shack down the path. Maybe we'll find the Butts skulking around. Oh, it's the anime version. Oh, right. I still haven't had a chance to watch that yet, funnily enough. Yeah, I haven't seen the anime yet. I keep meaning to. I didn't want to watch it until I was done with the third game, just in case it goes through to that. Pearls! Here she is. Oh, Mr. Nick. Pearls, what are you doing here? Nothing. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Well, we don't know yet. Oh, I see. Hey, what do you think you're doing here, Nick? Larry? This is the losers' shack where the losers get together to lose themselves. Don't you call Pearls a loser, I'll throw you in the river. This is the what? Hey, we find comfort in each other's failures, okay? You got a problem with that? Look, Mr. Nick, Mr. Larice did a picture of me. That's great, Pearls. We're going to gather firewood now. I'll be cooking some half-rotten potatoes over a miserable little campfire. Man, he's leaning into this really hard. So stay out of our way. It goes to season 2. Ah, cool. Okay, well I do keep meaning to sit down and watch it. I don't believe this. Why can't he try getting fired up over becoming a better man? No one believes a word I say anymore. That's because you lie all the time, Larry. Listen to me, Pearls. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? He'll let you down. Wow. Oh, Mystic Maya. Oh, Pearls. Larry, is there something you want to tell me about this picture? I've got nothing to say to you, Nick. My life's here now with Pearls. Two losers cooking potatoes together forevermore. Look, you are not Sam and Frodo, okay? And I am certainly not Smeagol. What am I going to do with him? Alright then, what do you think about this picture, Pearls? I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw at all, so I think it's really amazing. See, someone appreciates it. Though getting the flames to look like that, you know. It's supposed to be Sister Iris flying through the air, isn't it? I love it, it's like a dream, a wonderful fantasy. No, it wasn't a dream. She really flew, I'm telling you. Iris really flew that night. But, Mr. Larice... No, not you too. Please, don't look at me like that, Pearls. Don't look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase, I beg you. I guess this picture really is a representation of what Larry thinks he saw. Okay, so I was half asleep when I was here that night. But I was wide awake for the lightning strike, and I saw what I saw. It was exactly like I drew in the picture. And it looks like I don't have any choice but to take the sketch at face value. So one thing I am noticing then, which I think might be what was mentioned earlier, if he drew this from here, or at least if he was drawing this from memory from what he saw down here at the shack, then the direction that the so-called flying person is travelling is towards the inner temple, not away from it. That's interesting. Hey, what's with the look of doubt on your face? Because I doubt you. Oh, I doubt you so much. Pearls? Yes, Mr. Nick? I've been meaning to ask you about the night of the murder. Where were you, and what exactly were you doing when it happened? I was just, well, I'm just a kid, you know. Oh, you do not get off that easy, girl. I'm sure it doesn't really matter what I was doing, does it, Mr. Nick? Sorry, Pearls, but yes, it does. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Miss Doonham's room, reading a book together. But Miss Doonham was murdered, and you, Pearls, were at the inner temple. Just what exactly happened that night, Pearls? I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick. Oh, not you too, Pearls. What's in this case? What? I've been a bad girl. That's why I'm being punished. What are you talking about, Pearls? My spiritual power, it's disappeared. What? Her powers have disappeared? What do you mean your power disappeared, Pearls? She done something bad. It's all over for me. A spirit medium who can't channel spirits like me, is like a painter who can't paint. Hey, what are you looking at me for? Just happened to be in my vision, Larry, that's all. Pearls, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at Hazakura Temple? Tried but failed, perhaps? Ah. Wah. Aw, way to go, Nick, you made her cry. That was really cruel of you. Just as I thought. I'm gonna have to break her psyche locks to get the truth out of her. And again, I don't think I have anything yet to, you know. Let's try.
Take that!
We can always back out if we don't know where we're going. After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Elise Doonham's room reading a book together, correct? Yes, I was so happy when she invited me, but I didn't go in the end. You didn't go? No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried I had to. I didn't know what to do with myself, I was so nervous. So Pearls never went to Miss Doonham's room because she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearls, On the night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you? Okay.
Take that!
Pretty obvious, because that's where she was found. You went here, didn't you, Pearls? Looks like she's still not opening up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? Then the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? Now I'm going to take a guess, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay? You mean you know? If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth? Okay. Went for one reason, it's this. She either went to look at the hanging scroll of Misty Fae, or she went because she was worried about Maya. Yeah, I think so as well, because she was actually really, really concerned all of a sudden. When we got here and she found out what exactly Maya will be doing, she was like, huh?
Take that!
It is Maya. Oh yeah, she's always around her, yeah. And she thinks Phoenix and Maya are a thing. It's obvious what you were so worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? Ah! You knew that the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was the special course. See, at first she was all like, oh, she gets to do the special course. Then she gets her and it's like, yeah, you spend 12 hours sitting on a block of ice while freezing water is poured over you. And she was like, oh God. I signed up for your special course. Well, my, quite brave of you considering how cold it is. Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one with those you channel. Wow. Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Hazakura Temple to Maya in the first place, you felt responsible, didn't you? Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more than worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at the inner temple. Damn, that only took one lock though. Now we're clear. Then we're clear now that you went to the inner temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. About what time was it when you headed over to the inner temple? It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started. But there was so much snow, so I didn't get there till 10 o'clock. Until after 10? How did you know what time it was? Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out. You heard the lights out bell? Chassis! 27-month resub? Oof! Thank you! How are you? Good to see ya. Ooh, fly. Go away. And thank you for doing that shout out. Everybody go check out Chassis. She's a member of the Thrive team as well. She's an awesome streamer. She's a fun person to hang out with. Definitely worth a watch. That is much appreciated. Thank you for 27 months of support. My goodness. You crazy. Why you keep coming back here after all these months? Very much appreciated. I see Belle Sunflower as well. Hello. How are you? You are insane, absolutely. You are a chassis. Oh, welcome back, Blood Knight. So the Hazakura Temple bell is pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing. I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. All the people's arriving, yes, and they're all here for the end of the game. Chassis is a chassis? Oh my god, shocking, I know, right? Raining and thundering, oh, nice. Yeah, Freya, I am your mother as well. Oh no. So she didn't want to miss it, that would be terrible. She's trying to hear the bell. Tell me, Pearls, why were you so worried about hearing the bell, huh? Oh, I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about the bell was because of this. I don't think we have anything for this at all. What could she have been so worried about for hearing the bell for 10 o'clock? I don't think I know what this is. Let's back out for now. Don't think we have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather more clues before we try again. Alright. So can we go to the main gate? Yep. The main hall. I wonder if Sister Bikini is back at the main hall yet. I haven't seen Gumshoe around for a while either. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. I bet Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. Oh dear me. Oh no. He's all worked up. I know there is Def 1 evidence I still need. Yeah, I think there's some items we're missing still. Where are we, in Canada? Nope, never mind. No, I can't remember where these take place. I always thought it was in California, but I think that we're up in the mountains right now, so I don't know how snowy the mountains get in California, but anyway. What's this about Canada? It's because it's snowy in the game. Alright. Well, what's the damage? How is the sacred cavern? Oh, that's right. Yeah, she'd be scared about that. Is it Oregon? Oh, right. Okay. Everything whack happens in Oregon. It looks like it survived, but we have a bigger problem now. Thought it was Florida. Get out. Okay, so we tell her about the 5 locks that are stopping us from getting in. Yeah, there's no Florida man in here. Although I think Godot might come close. Oregon is the West Florida. But who could have done that? The only people who know how to set those trick locks are those of the Korean tradition. We've let Iris at the Sacred Cavern we have Iris at the Sacred Cavern trying her best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini. Oh yes, we were in the middle of a chat, weren't we? Yes, you were telling me how the Master of Korean disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Face suddenly appeared at this temple. It was about a week ago when Mystic Misty arrived. After she showed me the talisman that proved she was the Master, she said, "Someone is trying to destroy the Korean tradition's main family line. I'm here to put a stop to them." Interesting. I mean, we know Morgan Fay wanted to do that, right? That's why she framed Maya for murder back in that other case in Game 2. That was like right at the beginning, if I remember. So yeah. Someone's trying to destroy the main family line? There's only one heir to the title of Master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes the new Master of the Korean and her daughters, the main family. All the other mediums become branch family members with no hope of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have and always will plot to erase those of the main family line. Is this the power of the Master worth this much bloodshed? So cutthroat, there's some serious feudal intrigue going on here. Alright. You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know that its power is real. Yes, I do. It's been 2 years since I first met Maya. In that time, I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. Almost done teaching today. Nice. During the Mas Damas case and during the Maggie Bird trial too. Thanks to Maya, Mia is always on hand to help me when I need her the most. The Korean technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know. I mean, the ability to commune with the dead, that's true psychic power, you know. Members of the tradition have always been there behind every important leader who wouldn't respect such tremendous skills. I suppose so, but with all that power and influence, I kind of expect you'd really be really rich by now. Are you saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? Ho ho ho, you're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe it anymore, you see, all because of one little mistake. Misty tainted that reputation when she was, yeah, she tainted the reputation when she failed the case. What was it? The DL something case? A mistake? What mistake? It was 17 years ago. That's when everything came crashing down, all because of that incident. That incident? Is she talking about what I think she is? I'm sure the records still exist if you're interested. Locked up, of course. It was called DL6 incident. That's it. Yeah, the DL6 case. That's the name of the file. The DL6 incident, I knew it. DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 2 years ago. Ah, that's right. So it was you who was the defense attorney on that case. A murder that took place 17 years ago. Whoa, Luigi won the Battle Royale. Nicely done. It's also the creepiest thing just happened. I looked out my window and a dude cutting down my coconuts from my palm tree. What the hell? Should you call them out? I mean, are you due a hurricane anytime soon? Because, I mean, if it's the city coming around cutting... I know that's a thing that they do, isn't it, in Florida, when there's a hurricane coming around and they have to go around and take down all the coconuts because they turn into cannonballs, but if not, then yeah, definitely like, oi, what you doing? No hurricane? Get him told. Or, you know, get your dad to tell him anyway if he's in. He needs those nuts bad, yeah. He needs a kick in the nuts bad if he's interfering with someone else's trees. That is rude. That's your property. This is two dudes, one shirtless and one not in a rickety old truck. Yeah. I mean, that's risky to go and call them out if you're on your own. But if there's anybody there to do it with you, by all means. It's not on your property. I mean, it's still kind of weird, but I'd say, okay, you know, maybe leave it be. It's the city's property, but you have to maintain it. Ah, okay. Yeah. I mean, in that case, I'm with Shy then. I would say, okay, it's weird, but maybe just let it go. For the sake of not causing any potential trouble as well, but yeah. I have enough of the sandwich ice cream for now. Oh my goodness. 3 15 packs? Wow, that's a lot of ice cream. It was the first time in the country's history the police ever used a spirit medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer, and the medium who performed the channeling was Mystic Faye, Maya's mother. Misty Faye. Through Mystic Misty's channeling, the name of a certain man surfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigators were spurred into action. But that man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he? That's right, he was. And the case remained a mystery. But we don't know whether that case was tried properly. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world had ever seen the Korean tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, the people of the Korean village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said Mystic Misty's powers were a sham. And then she just disappeared and vanished while everyone still thought of her as a fraud. Because yes, somebody actually helped orchestrate that killing the guy getting off, specifically to screw with them. Right. But I know the truth. Mystic Face spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all. Of course it wasn't. And since you managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The Korean tradition is starting to recover at last, but with a new master wielding the power of the clan. So she means Maya. The spiritual power of the Korean channeling technique is in the blood. Maya told me the exact same thing before. We, the women of the Fae clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to commune with spirits flows strongly through us. According to Maya, only women of the family can inherit the power. So sexist. The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Amy. But with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master. And the one who doesn't become branch families, right? That's right, and it's always the cause of tragedy. Because we know that Misty wasn't the eldest. Morgan was the eldest. That's Pearl's mom. But Morgan has, like, no power to speak of. She's really weak. So Misty took control because she was more powerful. That was an odd exception to the eldest rule. But then, of course, Pearl's is even stronger than Maya could be, probably. Or would have been. I mean, we don't know now. She said she's lost her power, so that's weird. You know, Maya had a sister too, an older sister named Mia. Oh yes, I've heard of her. What? You know about Mia? Of course. She became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother. And she lost her life as a result. Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumoured to have said? She said it wasn't only because her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition. Really? Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mom and her aunt. Yeah, that's right. Mystic Faye had an elder sister too. And Misty, having a superior power, managed to usurp the master seat from her. Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know. Yes, we sent her down. Morgan. Get ready for the hair. There's a name I know well. It was a year ago now at Maya's home, the Korean village. What she did was terrible. It was all so she could make her own daughter the next master. I suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter, then you must have already realized... What? That Iris... Huh? Whoa, wait a minute, whoa, 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 whoa. Where are we going with this? That Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter. What? Wow. I did not see that coming at all. Wow. Iris is what? Is she kidding me? Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? Did you just say that Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? Oops, I thought you already knew. It sounded like you'd met one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already. I have, I know her very well. Oh? Yes, Pearl's. Pearl Faye. You made it just in time, But I always thought she was an only child. You jest, that child, she's Mystic Morgan's... I had no idea. Mystic Morgan? But she's in prison now, isn't she? Yes. Ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in the murder case last year. Look at that hairdo, though. Wow. Damn it, Bikini! It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master. Oh my god, what did I miss? I was on the phone. Okay, so we were talking with her about the whole fact that Elise Dunham is actually Misty Faye, Maya's mom, and Mia's mom as well, and going through all the history about the Faye family and the fact that they're always feuding over who's going to be the leader, and Misty became the leader because she was more powerful, but Morgan, her older sister from Game 2, didn't have as much power. She should have been the master, but she wasn't, and that her daughter Pearl should be the master because she's also more powerful. But now they're the branch family, so they can't ever be the masters again. And Morgan tried to usurp away from Maya that time, and it all got sorted out. But while we're talking about Morgan's daughter, she drops the bomb that Iris is Morgan's daughter. She's Morgan Faye's daughter. So she's actually Elise Dunham / Misty Faye's niece. Like, what the F? Oh my god. I did not see that coming. Wow. Here's me going on about like how frigging Dahlia Hawthorne, who she looks like, is probably her twin sister or something. Now that might not even be ever related and she just coincidentally looks like her. What? Oh my god. I mean, we'll see, but I see. So I've been wrong all this time. Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters. What? Okay, new theory. We're back to what I said earlier. They're twin sisters. Dahlia Hawthorne and Iris are twin sisters. Separated, and Iris ended up here. Dahlia ended up with the Hawthorne family. So I was right, kind of, but yeah. I just didn't know who their mother was, is the point. 3 daughters now. What? Nani? 3? There it is. Fuck yes. Oh, I knew it. I do get so excited, especially when a theory I had turns out to be kind of right. I'm like, yes! Ah, satisfying. That's why I play these games. That's why I love mystery games. Ah. Iris, her twin sister, and Mystic Pearl. Nani? Two twin sisters? Oh, you didn't know? It all happened 20 years ago. Oh, I'm giddy. I love it. After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled. Look at that evil. I will eat your soul. It wasn't many years later that the Korean reputation hit an all-time low. When Mystic Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master, he left her and the village, taking their twin daughters with him. Dude, is Hawthorne like the father then? Man. Just smack her booty and her face will change? Maybe, but probably for the worse. He remarried. Wow. You're back with Chinese food? Ooh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Where's mine? Where's mine? What did you get? What did you get? Tell me. What food did you get? What's on the menu? And where's mine? Oh, man. Get my own? Wow. Banned. Hell yeah. I'm only joking. How awful. There he is. He was a jeweler, you know, and in the end he remarried, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up to be looked after by us here at the temple. Wow! Chassis rice from the sidelines. Got lo mein chicken, rice, and an egg roll. Ooh, yummy. Sounds good. So that was Iris, you see. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. If Iris has a twin sister... No. Denied, Adam. Damn. Hard denied. So could it be? Could you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris's sister? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All I can recall is that her father was a jeweler. Oh, that's a clue, I guess. A jeweler. Thank you very much. You've helped clear up a lot of details. Pearls had 2 older sisters, huh? Yes, that's right. So Iris is Pearl's sister. That is just... oh, wow. Mind-blowing. Loving it. No doubt it was all because of Mystic Morgan's anger towards the main family. Anger? What do you mean? Her twin daughters were taken from her by her jeweler husband, but even that couldn't destroy her dream of a child of hers that would one day lead the clan. That's why she had pearls? Seems that the incident here was a result of Mystic Morgan's anger. It was able to break free of the bars that confine her. Oh, what? No. Please tell me that Mystic Morgan isn't down in that chasm, in the cave, behind those bars. I wondered why it looked like a freaking cell, but come on. A jeweler sounds about right. He gets the genes to make the gems then. What? So they're saying that Mystic Morgan's anger was able to break free of the bars that confine her, unless she's just talking about jail, because she should be in jail. She shouldn't be down in some, like, grotto. Kids, you mean? Yeah, but still, that's a stretch, that one. You're not getting a drum snare for that. Yeah, wasn't Morgan supposed to stay in jail? That might be what she's talking about, is she's doing this all from, like, boom, afar. So Iris has a twin sister, yeah, that's Dahlia's portrait. The plot thickens. So this must be one of the things we need to use with someone else to break some locks. Phoenix is a slow one, yeah, he is. He's really slow. But this information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. I need to ask more questions and get some more info. So, Iris had a twin sister. That's really all I know about her. And the fact that she was taken away from her mother by a jeweler father. I don't have any idea where she is or what she's doing now. I could tell her, but she'd probably have a coronary and a half. When I think about it, I do kind of feel sorry for Mystic Morgan. It wasn't her fault that her sister was more powerful spirit medium. Mystic Morgan just couldn't compete with her sister. It must have been really tough on her. Oh, my heart bleeds. We should just forgive all the crimes she did then. Even so, that doesn't excuse all the things she did. No, of course not. And you can feel sorry for people, sure, but that doesn't change the fact that they still did a bad thing. Yeah, Iris' sister, she's in jail for murder. That's Dahlia Hawthorne from the beginning of the game. So, the people that aren't quite up to speed, at the beginning of the game, we started off a flashback case where Phoenix was on trial for murder. Someone who looks like Iris, called Dahlia Hawthorne, was apparently the person who killed a prosecutor called Armando Diego, who we then meet later on in another flashback that took place just before that, when Mia was trying a case of like a murder case and helping some guy get out of it. Godot is actually Armando Diego. He is the guy that was with Mia Fey during that trial. He then went to go and question Dahlia Hawthorne at the library at the university where Phoenix was. She poisoned his coffee, fled to another room and gave Phoenix the locket of poison, because it was in like a little heart-shaped pendant locket in a bottle, to keep as a token of love. And since that day he thought he had a new girlfriend and he was happy. He's a dumbass, you know, like we said, he's slow. So then that case gets bust wide open by Mia, who was getting revenge for Armando being killed. And yeah, Dahlia Hawthorne ended up, well, this is Dahlia Hawthorne, ended up in jail as a result. So yeah, that's kind of where we are. Not always making jokes, give a man more credit than that. Oh yeah, true. So yeah, it's a very, very complicated storyline, Adam. Alright, so we've got nothing else we can talk to here. Let's move to the courtyard again. Is there anything new going on here? Probably speak to Gumshoe. Never thought we'd hear from her again. It does get better, I can imagine. Yeah, there's some more twists to come still. I'm still curious about Godot and, like, what exactly was he doing? I mean, was he getting, like, his spiritual energy back up or something? Because, you know, the old zombie boy there. Sounds like someone's happy. What tune is that they're humming? Wait, he was here? I don't know, but Godot didn't come to the trial because he was doing something else, and then he told us that, you know, he needed to have some kind of maintenance done on him, because he died once and then came back. I think there was some spirit channeling technique shit going on here, because how else do you get somebody back from the dead? I think it was a mixture of modern medicine and spirit channeling. And I wonder if he comes here every now and then, so that's just in the back of my mind. He might have been here getting, like, a juice up. So we'll see. No motive, no crime, no motive, no crime. Sing it with me, no motive, no crime. What the hell kind of song is this? I remember when we used to search in the channeling room at Karain. Whoop, I love my job. What is he on? Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigation's all about. The investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion, pal. Good cases we have, good cases we've lost, all the way. I would have never guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae. Wait, is he? Oh god, is he singing this in like a Bob Marley-esque reggae kind of thing? Every case is gonna be alright. Oh, be airtight. Oh my god. Every little case is gonna be airtight. Oh yeah, Gumshoe's awesome. In a weird and silly kind of way. Oh, hey pal. Huh? Who, me? How long have you been there? Long enough. I just got here. Oh, okay. So what are you up to, detective? I'm investigating, pal. I made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. I promised I'd find the real murder weapon. The real murder weapon? That barbed sword thing turned out to be a false lead, right? I'm giving my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. Well, I just found these weird scraps of paper. Looks like a letter or something. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though. A letter?